So listen, hear me out. A cheesy salmon and spinach dip. It was so good. Look out, your boy. Taste testing it. It was so good. He had to walk away. Ooh. So I started out with half a yellow onion. You know what I mean? I didn't want to use the whole thing. I usually don't because it's just me and Ste'ce. So we don't need the whole thing. So I sped this part up right here. I was live on TikTok and not paying attention at all. I forgot to peel off this brown part of the onion. Look, I'm still cutting. I'm still cutting away. Now they're in tiny bits. And listen, let me tell you, it was very, very tedious to try to get all these little brown bits out. So I'm very disappointed in myself in that. But I did it. I got all the brown bits out. And so we also have a half of a Velveeta cheese stick. We're going to use this for the cheese sauce for the dip. And I just cut it into slices like this and then cut it into cubes. We're just trying to get it smaller just so that it can cook a little bit better, a little bit more evenly, a little smoother. And I just cut them into small little squares like this. And I was also talking a lot on live. And here comes your boy to save the day. So we started with, we also had taco night. Of course, it was Taco Tuesday, so we made some tacos too. So I had Ste'ce spray the pan. And of course, he had to look at himself in his reflection. And then I told him to turn on the eyes. And he turned on every last one that had a pot on it. I was trying to let him know we didn't want to turn on the cast iron yet, but it's okay. So this is some Italian sausage. It's pork. And we love these for taco night. Look at your boy. I don't even have to tell him to take the paper off anymore. He just does it. He know what he doing in this kitchen. You hear me? And then he was looking for the Pam to spray it again. I'm not sure why he wanted to spray it again, but I told him to go ahead and put the ground beef in there for the tacos. And we just use half of that. So I got this handy dandy little tool here at the dollar store. It is literally the best if you want to cook any ground anything. So of course we had to season up the ground sausage and the ground beef with some taco seasoning. I let Ste'ce be very free with his seasonings. It's always good. And here is the salmon. I should have got it without the skin, but it was all right. So we start seasoning with some lemon pepper. And then I had him season it with some Old Bay. He was a little bit upset and confused, like, where do you want me to season, ma'am? And he was mad because every time he tapped the Old Bay, some seasoning came out the other side. Now, the other side is broken, so it doesn't stay down. So I explained right here to him that he can still use the seasoning. He just has to hold it. And look at him. Look at your boy. Problem-solving skills. And he figured it out. And this is just some ground ginger. Give it a little kicky kick. It wasn't coming out very well. So he got a little frustrated with it and just put it down. So my piece of salmon didn't get no ginger on it. That's okay. A little bit of oil in the pan. This is avocado oil, but you can use any kind of oil that you want. Look at your boy multitasking. He said, let me stir up this meat real quick. He still got the bottle in his hand, too. Look at him. He's so focused. All right, now the salmon is going in the pan, skin side down, because we're going to get that skin nice and crispy so it'll flake right off so that we can put the salmon in this dip. Now, Ste'ce was real scared right here. The grease just was popping up at him. He was having a hard time flipping it over. I wanted to jump in there and help him, but he was so determined to do it on his own. So I just left him. And boom, he did it. Now it's time for that other piece. Right here, he was asking me to do it. But I was like, no, buddy, you got it. You did the other one. And he was getting very frustrated. You see how the skin is just coming right off? He was getting very frustrated, though, because the pan kept moving all around, and then the grease kept popping him. But he got it, and I'm so proud of him. So after the salmon is done, you just go ahead and put your onions in here. In the same pan that the salmon was in. You want all that flavor. And then we got a half of a Philadelphia cream cheese block. That's going in there with the sauce. And then we're going to throw in our Velveeta that we chopped up earlier. If he don't get all those little cubes out the thing. And then you just give it a little stir like your boy Ste'ce is doing here. That is going to melt on its own, though. But Ste'ce likes to break it up ahead of time because, you know, he's the chef. So I just let him do his thing. And then we're going to put some heavy cream. This is a 1 cup measurement. So 1 cup of heavy cream. And then Ste'ce said it needed more. But I'm going to tell you right now, you can make yours like this and you'll get the same, about the same results as us. But I would suggest that you not put a 2nd cup of heavy cream in yours because the consistency was off for me. It was a little too loose. We wanted a thick and creamy and cheesy dip. So Ste'ce seasoning this with pretty much everything in the cabinet, as you can see. He seasoned it with some Tony's, some more taco seasoning, and then I think these are some herbs, probably basil or something like that. And then you see how creamy, nice and creamy. And then in goes the spinach. You can put as much spinach as you want because the spinach is going to shrink down to 2 leaves. No matter how many leaves you put in there, it always shrinks down to exactly 2 leaves. So I told Ste'ce to put as much as he want, and he did exactly that. And then you see it's already shrinking. Just stir it in there with the cheese sauce. And then you just let that go on and bubble like this. And then you turn it down a little bit while you chop up your salmon. I had Ste'ce chop it up. He was doing an excellent job. But he really does not like doing prep work. So he eventually was like, you do it. But look how good he's doing with his little safety knife. He's doing a good job. So I chopped up the rest. And then it came out like this. Delicious. And that's going right in the pan. And look at your boy. He always trying to eat. He think I didn't see that he had that piece of fish in his hand. It must have been good. Go ahead and stir that salmon on in there. And look how the color changed. It's going to be so delicious. And then we top it with some cheese. This is just a regular like Fiesta blend from Food Lion. It don't have to be nothing special. We just top it with some cheese. And then we put it in the oven on broil. And look at this result. Ste'ce is trying to get the crispy bits. It was so good too, y'all. One of the best dips I've ever made, honestly. And look at the spinach in there. He got a big hunk of salmon in there. Okay, bye.